This is the Nespolo tree. A lot of people in the West know this as Loquat, but I definitely prefer the Italian romantic way of saying this name, Nespolo, as opposed to Loquat. Doesn't sound very good. Doesn't sound very appetizing. You want a Loquat? So yes, the Nespolo. A former genus of this plant was Crataegus, which is the same genus as hawthorn. That's been since moved, but we could tell from that it's in the rose family. So this is a member of the rose family, and it's got all of the characteristics of the rose family. It's got the space maintainers, the 5-petaled flower, and so on, and especially the astringent quality. One of the great medicines of the Nespolo is from its lung medicine. So we can see the signatures here. We have the hairy underside of the leaf, reminiscent of the cilia of the large leaf, usually represents lungs as a signature for the lungs. This is a lung tonic. A lung tonic as in it tones the lungs through its tonifying quality, which is astringent. This is primarily a respiratory astringent, and a good one. So here we are. We're in northern Italy. It's kind of foggy. It's kind of humid. It's the first day of January in 2023, so this is what winter's like here. And so in a place where this, where there's a lot of moisture and a lot of humidity, you would expect to see more conditions that have a lot of moisture in the lungs as opposed to like dryness in the respiratory system. So when you have a lot of phlegm and a lot of moisture in the respiratory system, then you would call on a plant that has an energetic quality of astringent and tonifying. And certainly that's what this plant does. So the Jupiterian qualities of expansion, large, but also abundance and luck, good fortune. And the plant is just tons and tons of these yellow golden fruits that look like little gold coins. For an explanation on the flavor of the fruits, let's ask our local Nespolo expert eater.
Allora, il frutto del nespolo è un frutto color giallo-arancione e quando ha cerbo verde. Ha un gusto molto aspro, ma allo stesso tempo dolce, e quando lo mandi giù è come se fosse fatto di pesche sciroppate, che sono lisce e quindi irrigano sì, la gola. Invece se lo mangi con la buccia ha un gusto completamente diverso ed è amaro ed ha un gusto più esotico.
So we see here, even in the wintertime, it's in bloom. There's the 5 petals of Venus that is so signature of the rose family. We got many of the rose family characteristics, some members of the rose family, like agrimony, have these little hairs that stick up. Some things that are like, I think of them as space maintainers. The rose has thorns. It doesn't have so much hair, but it has space maintainers in its own way. These hairs are reminiscent of the cilia in the lungs. That's one of the signatures of them. And, human beings, we don't like to eat or drink hair. Most people don't, at least, so a good way to work with this plant is to drink it as a tea, but to scrape off the little tiny hairs that you see. So with the fresh leaf, which is durable and pretty leathery, I can take a knife and I could scrape off all of this little hair here, as you see, and then I crush it up, or first I rinse it under some water and then I crush it up, take away the midrib. I'll cut it up a few times and put it into a pot of water and let it simmer for 10-15 minutes just to make a nice little decoction. It kind of turns red. It's pretty cool. And it's got a great mineral flavor. It's got a great astringency. Just really, really nice flavor. You could tell right away when you taste it, it's toning something. And then if you wait for a few seconds, you can go, oh yeah, that's what it did. It toned my airways. Look at the signature of that. Look at these bronchioli. These little bronchioles that are everywhere. Signatures of the airways. I said airwaves. Airways. The younger leaves have a higher content of bioflavonoids. They're more sour. And that has been said to have more of a quality of expectoration. Loquat, coming out. Whereas the older leaves that fall off are more bitter and they're higher in triterpenes. So those have more of an antitussive quality to them, or they help with reducing how much you cough. So it would be a nice formula to combine both of them if you want, but if you're looking for more of that expectoration quality, you go for the younger leaves. Now we're in the winter time, and so these, it's not so spring and vital anymore. It has a lot more of that bitterness. Old man bitter, right? Old man winter. So it's a little bit more heavy in that area, that department of the triterpenes. So that's the Nespolo. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.